Hello, wonderfuls. So, you all know that Martell had the nerve to ask Melody to pay his attorney fees. So, he has no kind of dignity or man-upness about himself at all. He puts Mel through all of this, and he actually thinks that she would take money from her baby's mouth for him. Isn't it enough that she had to walk away from everything? Isn't it enough that she had to literally start over again? Isn't it enough that she is so generous with putting him in a light that her kids can respect him? It's enough, because that's what she's doing it for. She wants her kids to have an opinion of their father. Isn't it enough that she was so generous with not putting him on child support, but to ask her to do any more for him? He has no accountability to ask her to do any more for him. I mean, that's just sleazy. It really is. It's sleazy, but yet he wants us to look at him some kind of way out here in these tight suits. But to ask this woman for money and for attorney fees at that, when he is the reason that they're all in court in the first place. Yes, Martell, you can't ever give him an inch, because he has no moral compass. He wasn't taught respectability toward his wife. He wasn't taught how to put his wife first. Now, his mother is seeing the error of her ways in not teaching him how to treat his very own wife. Being blessed enough to get a wife like Mel and to treat a gift the way he has, because as we all see, it is all coming back to bite Miss Marlene in her you-know-what. Is coming back to bite her, because with the way he sat up there and looked at that woman, because she did not perjure herself in court and risk going to jail. So no, go. Your ways have to go on bye-bye, Martell. You do not have a right to ask Melody Cherie Rogers for a dime. You do not have the right to ask her for a nickel. You do not have the right to ask her for a penny. You try to make her life miserable. Operative word, try. You try to slander her name. You try to tamper with what means the most in the world to her, and that's her babies. And another person meaning the most in the world to her, her mother. You yell in her mother's face with all the respect Miss Van gave you in that marriage and outside of that marriage. She has done nothing but respected you, and then you want to treat her daughter like this? Of course now she's going to have a few things to say. So she has given you respect upon respect upon respect. But no, with people like Martell Holt, you cannot continue to even offer him one shred of decency, because it's like he has no decency within his blood. No, he hasn't it within him. He wasn't taught these things. So go far, far, far away, Martell, because you're not getting away with any of this foolishness. And look at what you tried to do with asking her for money. Is unbelievable, because you tried to take money out of her children's mouth. You tried to take money away from her when you had that judge make Mel take her babies off social media. And it's just not right. And then you ask her for money. You brought everybody into this court. You did that. You want to say on the Love and Marriage Huntsville show that bringing everybody into court? No, you did that. Even Mel sat there and told the Fletchers how you had she couldn't believe that you had them subpoenaed, and they didn't even know. So see, you brought these people into court. Mel didn't have anybody subpoenaed. You had them subpoenaed. You brought them into court. And Chris Fletcher, another one who was not going to perjure himself for you. He said, oh no, he is not a fool. Melody said that she felt that everything Chris Fletcher said on that stand was truth. And why would he tell anything but? Everyone isn't immoral. Everyone isn't like you, Martell. They're not just going to fly by the seat of their pants, tell anybody anything. Okay? And so also, you wanted to show Mel up by the things that you have done out here in these streets. You're prancing around here with one child on social media and not the others. What about when those babies see all those other pictures with you on social media with one and not the other? What about how they feel about those things? Yes, what about their little feelings? Do you care anything about anybody else but yourself? Okay? It's time to straighten up and fly right. I'm going to ask a question. Can you at least do it for the little babies? Can you at least do it for the little babies? These are babies. They will see and know all of this one day. Think about that. Don't you want them to have a higher opinion of their father? Because Mel is doing all she can to keep that opinion of you right in their eyesight. Yes, she is. She's not telling those babies anything. You are letting everything out with the way you're behaving even now. So do it for the babies, man. Man up.